If you're over 60 and you do any of these 7 things in the morning, your brain is at risk right now and you don't even know it. Have you ever woken up feeling perfectly fine, only to suddenly experience dizziness, weakness, or just not feeling quite right? If you're over 60, I need you to understand that this moment is not something to dismiss. Because for many older adults, stroke doesn't announce itself with a loud warning. It often begins quietly with subtle signs that seem harmless, until one day your body refuses to move, your speech becomes slurred, or your memory simply fades away. Hi, I'm here not to frighten you, but to compassionately share something that could safeguard your brain, your independence, and your future. You see, many strokes don't occur by random chance. They develop gradually from simple morning habits we repeat daily, habits that feel completely normal, even beneficial, but may be quietly compromising your brain's circulation. And here's the encouraging news. Just a few minor adjustments each morning can dramatically reduce your risk. In today's video, we'll explore 7 common morning mistakes that many seniors unknowingly make. And more importantly, we'll discuss what to do instead to keep your brain sharp and well protected. If any part of this resonates with you or reminds you of something you've experienced, please leave a comment below. You're not alone, and your story might help someone else too. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Forge 365. We're creating a warm, supportive community where seniors like you can learn, share, and thrive together. Let's begin with the first morning habit that may be placing quiet pressure on your brain. Let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, do you immediately jump out of bed without a second thought? If so, you're certainly not alone. It feels instinctive. The sun is rising, the day is beginning, and you want to get moving. But here's something many seniors don't realize. Standing up too quickly right after waking can silently endanger your brain. You see, after a full night's rest, your body exists in a calm, low-pressure state. Blood flow decreases, especially to your brain. And when you suddenly transition from lying down to standing up, your blood pressure can plummet sharply. This condition is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's far more common and dangerous than most people understand. You might experience slight lightheadedness, perhaps feel a bit unsteady. Some people even feel as though they're about to faint. That brief moment may appear minor, but it indicates your brain isn't receiving adequate oxygen. And for those of us with aging blood vessels or compromised circulation, that sudden shift could trigger a mini-stroke, or even worse, a full-blown stroke. The solution? It's remarkably simple and requires less than 2 minutes. When you first open your eyes, resist the urge to rush. Take several slow, deep breaths. Gently stretch your hands and feet. Sit up gradually. Then, place your feet on the floor and pause for a moment. Allow your body to adjust. Give your brain time to catch up. If you've ever felt dizzy in the morning or noticed your balance felt slightly off, that wasn't simply aging. It was your body attempting to warn you. And I'd genuinely love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced morning dizziness or felt faint when standing up? Share your story in the comments. Someone else may be experiencing the same thing and not understand what it means. Taking just 1 to 2 minutes to wake up gently could protect your brain for years to come. It's not about moving slowly, it's about moving wisely. In the next part, we'll discuss one common thing most people overlook in the morning, even though their brain is desperately asking for it. Can I share a small but powerful habit that many people over 60 often overlook, even though it could protect their brain for years to come? It's this. Drink a full glass of water first thing in the morning. I know it sounds overly simple, perhaps too simple, but here's why it's crucial. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your body loses fluids through breathing and perspiration. You're not consuming anything during that time. So by the time you wake up, you're already mildly dehydrated. And your brain, which consists of approximately 75% water, feels this more acutely than any other part of your body. Now imagine beginning your day with thickened blood, reduced circulation, and elevated blood pressure all before breakfast. That's precisely what occurs when you skip water in the morning. And for seniors, this is even more alarming because dehydration has been directly linked to a heightened risk of stroke, memory impairment, and slower reaction times. What's more, if you're taking medications like diuretics, which many older adults use for blood pressure or heart conditions, your body is losing even more water overnight without your awareness. That first glass of water helps thin your blood naturally, enhances oxygen delivery to the brain, and gently awakens your system. It's like opening the windows and allowing fresh air to flow in, only this time it's happening inside your brain. So before you reach for your coffee, tea, or take your morning medications, just pause and drink one full glass of room temperature water. It takes less than a minute, but your brain will benefit from it all day long. Have you already incorporated this into your morning routine? Or is this a habit you'd like to begin tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Your small change could inspire someone else watching this right now. And speaking of mornings, let's discuss something many people believe is healthy, but it might be quietly harming your brain, especially if it's on your breakfast plate. What's typically on your plate in the morning? Perhaps it's a bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, or a quick scrambled egg with some cheese. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the part most people overlook. Many common breakfast foods are packed with hidden sodium. And that quiet habit could be endangering your brain. You see, salt isn't just about the shaker on the table. It's concealed in processed breads, instant oatmeal packets, store-bought breakfast bars, sausages, even that supposedly healthy whole grain cereal. And when you combine a high-sodium breakfast with the natural spike in blood pressure that occurs every morning, the consequences can be dangerous, especially for older adults. Excessive sodium stiffens your blood vessels and increases pressure on the delicate capillaries in your brain. And for those who already have some degree of hypertension, this morning's sodium overload can push things past the tipping point, leading to stroke, memory problems, or even sudden dizziness and confusion. But here's the hopeful part. You can change this without sacrificing the foods you love. Instead of instant oats with flavored packets, try plain oatmeal topped with fresh berries or a few unsalted nuts. Instead of sausage or cheese-laden eggs, choose boiled eggs with avocado or a slice of whole grain toast. Even small substitutions like this can reduce your sodium intake by hundreds of milligrams. Experts recommend keeping your entire breakfast under 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium. But most processed foods exceed that amount in just one serving. And the challenging part is many of these items don't even taste particularly salty. So, next time you're reading a nutrition label or preparing breakfast, take a closer look. Your brain will thank you. Have you ever noticed how much sodium is lurking in your breakfast foods? Or have you made any low-sodium swaps that work well for you? Share your ideas in the comments. Your tip might help someone else take a healthier step forward. Now, speaking of morning habits, there's one beverage that many people depend on to wake up, but when consumed the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, it could be causing more harm than good. Be honest. Is coffee the very first thing you reach for in the morning? If it is, you're definitely not alone. For many of us, that warm cup of coffee feels like the only way to truly wake up. But if you're over 60, there's something important you should understand. Drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach can quietly elevate your stroke risk. Here's why. When you consume coffee first thing, especially without any food in your system, your body reacts dramatically. Caffeine increases adrenaline, elevates your heart rate, and causes your blood vessels to constrict. All of that means your blood pressure can spike rapidly. And for seniors whose arteries may already be less flexible, that sudden spike can strain the brain's delicate blood vessels, increasing your risk for mini-strokes, abnormal heart rhythms, and even memory issues over time. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate coffee entirely. Not at all. The key is timing and moderation. Try this approach instead. Drink a glass of water first to rehydrate your body. Then have a light, brain-friendly breakfast, perhaps a boiled egg, some fruit, or a slice of whole grain toast. After that, Enjoy your coffee, just one moderate cup, not 3 in succession. And watch the creamers and sugars too. They can introduce extra inflammation your body doesn't need. Coffee isn't the enemy. But for those of us over 60, we need to be more thoughtful than our habits. What worked when we were 40 may not serve us now. And if you find yourself reaching for cup after cup to combat fatigue, it might be a signal that something else like poor sleep quality or dehydration needs attention. What's your relationship with coffee these days? Have you discovered a routine that works for you without overdoing it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else might be wondering the exact same thing. And speaking of subtle warning signs, let's discuss one morning symptom many seniors ignore, even though it could be your brain's first quiet plea for help. Have you ever woken up feeling slightly off? Perhaps a bit dizzy, or like your balance just isn't quite there? Maybe your arm feels somewhat weak, or your speech isn't as clear for a few minutes. It's easy to dismiss it. I probably just slept in an awkward position, or I didn't get quality rest. But please don't ignore it. Those small, quiet moments could be your brain waving a red flag. For many seniors, especially those over 60, symptoms like morning dizziness, slight numbness, or a sensation of weakness can be indicators of something deeper, like poor blood flow to the brain, a sudden change in blood pressure, or even a mini-stroke, also known as a thanks in advance, transient ischemic attack. TIAs often last just a few minutes. They come and go quickly, but they represent a serious warning. They frequently occur in the early morning when your body is transitioning from sleep, and they are one of the clearest signs that a major stroke could be approaching. If you notice these symptoms, don't wait and hope they vanish. Write them down. Inform your doctor. And if you're uncertain whether what you felt was serious, track it carefully. There are simple tools and apps specifically designed to help older adults log symptoms and identify patterns. Because with stroke, every second truly matters. Your body is wise. When it sends you a whisper, like that moment of lightheadedness or sudden fatigue, it's trying to protect you, but only if you're paying attention. Have you ever had one of those mornings where something just felt off, even for a few minutes? I invite you to share your experience in the comments. It might help someone else recognize the signs and take action in time. And now, let's discuss something that occurs in every senior household, yet often gets overlooked: how we take our morning medications. Because the when and how could be just as critical as the pills themselves. How confident do you feel about your morning medications? Do you take them at the same time every day with water? Or do you sometimes forget, take them late, or mix up the doses? If so, you're not alone. In fact, it's one of the most common and quietest risks to brain health in older adults. You see, many seniors take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning. These aren't just routine pills, they're your brain's daily shield against stroke. And the way you take them, the timing, the dose, and even what you drink them with can either protect you or put you at risk. Let's say you skip a dose. Maybe you were distracted or simply didn't feel like taking it. Your blood pressure might spike without you knowing. Or let's say you accidentally take a double dose because you weren't certain if you already took it. That could send your pressure dangerously low or increase the risk of internal bleeding. Even small habits matter. Taking pills with coffee instead of water or swallowing them without food when it's required can reduce how effectively your body absorbs them or lead to unexpected side effects. The good news is, there are simple solutions. Use a pill organizer. Morning, noon, night. Set a reminder on your phone or smart speaker. Keep your pills near something you do every day, like brushing your teeth or brewing coffee. And, most importantly, never adjust your dose without consulting your doctor, even if you feel fine. These medications are doing quiet, powerful work behind the scenes. Give them the best chance to do their job effectively. Have you found a system that helps you stay on track? Perhaps a routine or memory trick that works well? Share it in the comments. Your tip might be exactly the help someone else has been needing. And now, Let's move to one final morning habit that's often ignored, even though your body is sending a very clear message. It's something we all do, or rather, delay doing: going to the bathroom. Let's talk about that. Can I ask you something a little personal? Do you ever wake up and just lie there, holding it in just a little longer? Maybe you check the weather, read a few headlines, or wait until after your morning coffee. It seems harmless, right? But for those of us over 60, this small habit holding in urine after waking might be causing more harm than you realize. When your bladder fills up overnight and you delay going to the bathroom, your body doesn't just wait patiently. It begins to feel stressed. And when that happens, it releases cortisol and adrenaline hormones that raise your blood pressure and constrict your blood vessels. This early morning hormone spike, paired with a full bladder, can quietly increase your stroke risk, especially if you already have high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns. But that's not all. Holding it in also places stress on your heart. A full bladder can even trigger abnormal heart rhythms in some older adults, especially if there are underlying issues like arrhythmia or heart valve problems. That combination, raised blood pressure and irregular heartbeat, is a perfect storm that can lead to clot formation and eventually a stroke. And it's so easy to prevent. Just listen to your body. When you wake up, even if you feel only a mild urge, go ahead and take care of it before checking your phone or sipping your coffee. Think of it as your first act of self-care each day. No special equipment, no complicated routines, just a quick trip to the bathroom that could help protect your brain and heart for years to come. I'd love to hear. Have you ever made a habit of delaying your morning bathroom trip? Or did something help you realize it was better to go right away? Leave a comment below. Your story might encourage someone else watching this to change a risky habit they didn't even know they had. Now that we've explored all 7 of these subtle but powerful morning habits, let's take a step back and see how they all connect and how just a few small changes each day can help you protect your brain, your balance, and your independence for the long haul. Now, stroke doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It often develops slowly through the small choices we make each morning, from skipping water, rushing out of bed, ignoring dizziness, to holding in urine. These may seem minor, but over time, they quietly wear down your brain and circulation. The good news is you don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just pick 1 or 2 habits to change this week. Take your time, listen to your body, and trust that small steps can protect your memory, your balance, and your independence for years to come. If this video gave you even one helpful insight, please give it a like and share it with a friend who might need it too. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which habit surprised you most, or which one you're going to work on first. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Forge 365 for more simple, honest tips to support your brain and body every single day. Your mornings matter, and so does your health.